Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. SEC Supreme Leader and Dictator Kim Jong-gary has addressed conflicts of interest, but not the ones that you might hope that he'd approach. No, not having to do with former SEC Chair Jay Clayton, former SEC Director Bill Hinman, and a number of others, and all the appearances of impropriety. No. He's addressing conflict in a rather regrettable way, completely ignoring the fact that there are serious implications of conflict of interest, of impropriety in his own damn organization. It's unbelievable that he doesn't understand how this will appear to the typical person that knows anything about what their organization is actually doing. My gosh, how could you be this freaking blind? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share with you, I'll start the video with some of the fun responses here. I'm going to share with you perspective from attorney John Deaton and his crypto law organization. And then I'm going to share with you exactly what Kim Gensler had to say here. But it's absolutely unbelievable that this guy's writing the stuff that he's writing. It's like, check your own damn house first, son. But before going any further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I am not offering legal or financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And also, on top of this all, wait till you see the timing, like just based on the timing of his releasing of this statement, which came in video form on Twitter. Here, let me just highlight what I've said here. So here's what Gary Gensler tweeted out, and I'll share with his specifics comments having to do with conflict of interest stuff just a couple minutes here. But here's what he tweeted out. When you make decisions with other people's money, there are going to be conflicts of interest. Left unchecked, these conflicts might affect the quality of the advice that you receive and, in turn, the financial future you have worked so hard to build. Attorney John Deaton responded to that with just one sentence, probably in stunned bewilderment, just like I was and everybody else that saw this damn thing. And John Deaton wrote the following. I literally can't believe you are tweeting about conflicts of interest, which has now been tweeted or hearted almost 3,800 times. And that was just from 7 hours ago. I think we're all on the same page. He is clueless how bad this looks. He has no idea. It's offensive what he's tweeting here. Just because he has to know that he doesn't have his own damn house in order. He has to know this, right? He has to know he's harmed XRP holders to the tune of billions of dollars. I mean, his organization has. I understand that it was initially, the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit was filed before he came in, but he's not doing anything to tamp that down. He's not doing anything to pull that back or provide regulatory clarity for the crypto space. And so upon seeing this, John Deaton's crypto law organization retweeted that from Gary Gensler and wrote the following. By far, the winner of the cringiest, most embarrassing video posted by a federal regulator in recent memory. A watchdog group literally just referred damning evidence of conflicts of interest by senior SEC officials to the SEC OIG, which Gary Gensler has ignored. Then this. So think about that. And you know what he's talking about here. I'll just reference this. I'm not going to read this. I made a full video about this a week ago when this news came out. So again, this 1 week ago, and then 1 week to the day later, we've got Gary Gensler talking to us about conflict of interest. So what happened on May 10th, 1 week ago? Well, here's the headline from Empower Oversight, which sued the SEC back in December because they were basically blocking FOIA requests, Freedom of Information Act requests. But here was the headline. Empower Oversight requests SEC OIG conduct investigation into the failure of the SEC's Ethics Office to prevent cryptocurrency conflicts of interest by senior staff. Folks, 1 week ago, and then we get this dumbass video from Kim Gensler preaching to us about the importance of understanding conflicts of interest and how they're to be avoided. He's talking down to us. He doesn't give a damn about us. And then John Deaton also wrote the following on this. He said, when you and senior officials from the SEC, like Clayton and Hinman, made decisions with other people's money, there were massive conflicts of interest. These conflicts went unchecked, and they negatively affected the financial future of tens of thousands who had worked so hard. Ain't that the truth? And so like I'm a long-term guy and I didn't sell, but I'm telling you, I don't get emotional in terms of like, typical retail speculators do when there's prices going down dramatically. I don't panic. That doesn't make any damn sense. I also don't, chase cryptocurrencies or investments that have already spiked up substantially. So, chasing the euphoria of panic selling, none of that makes sense to me. But still, I will absolutely admit, and I have said this many times on my channel in the past, it was scary back when the SEC filed this, because I didn't know what the implications of this would all be. I didn't know. And especially not having a legal background of any kind, it's not easy to find that out, which is why I was so thankful when early on John Deaton started speaking his mind about just how absurd this is and exactly why. And Jeremy Hogan did in the earliest of days too, and there are others in our community speaking. But they helped to paint the picture. But in those earliest of days, those first few days, no, it's not like I was going to sell, but that's the most concern that I've been ever holding XRP. And it wasn't about whether or not XRP was going to be long-term viable. It wasn't because of emotional buyers and sellers. I managed that just fine too. It was because of the federal government, because they made a claim about XRP that's bogus, that was harming me financially. And so I didn't sell, and so, okay, fine. But a lot of people did, and I don't blame them one bit. I understand exactly why they did. That's increased risk because of the government, because of the SEC specifically. It's rather repulsive. So what did Gensler actually have to say? And this is vomit worthy. I'm going to warn you right now. If you want to get like a little barf bucket, put it off next to the side just in case. You might start to feel a little gag reflex here and there as I read through this. But I did transcribe this nonsense, and I vomited no less than 3 times while doing so. So here's what Kim Jong Gensler had to say. Often, grocery stores are laid out to encourage impulse buying, such as when the stores place the fruits and vegetables on the perimeter, but the snacks, they're in a central place. Maybe just by the cash register. Look, we all understand it. Grocery stores may do this to maximize some profits. However, when you seek advice from advisors like doctors and lawyers, the expectation changes. Oh, pause. Oh, okay. Tell me more about how when you're in a position of power and authority and strength, it's really important to have integrity. Please tell me more about that, Kim Jong Gensler. And his tripe continues. Here's the rest of it from him. These professionals serve in a position of trust, and they must meet standards of conduct to make sure they're looking out for your benefit, not their profits. So I'm saying, as I heard him say that the first time, like, oh, really? Is that right? Is this the line of thinking that people at the SEC engage in? Was Billy Boy Hinman when he spoke about one crypto out of thousands, even though that was outside of the standard practice of anyone at the SEC? When he was speaking about Ethereum specifically, which caused Ethereum to pump in markets, refusing to speak about others, and while he was getting a personal profit from that, was that within the SEC standards of trust? Was that? Or are you just going to keep pretending like that didn't happen? Oh, okay, yeah, you're going to keep pretending like it didn't. Okay, you do you, girl. You keep pretending like it didn't happen. Kim Jong Gensler continues. There are built-in... Oh, wait, did I... Oh, sorry, I skipped ahead a little bit. My apologies, I lost the line here. You might have to hear part of what he said twice now. Ugh, I really hope you got that barf bucket before I started reading this stuff, guys. I really hope so. Otherwise, if you're ruining your upholstery, like if your vehicle or a nice couch or something like that, I cannot be held responsible for it. I'm sorry, but I can't. You got the barf bucket warning, folks. Here, let me start here. Well, similarly, when we turn to financial professionals for advice, as so many Americans do, there's a need the need for them to look out for us. When you make a decision with other people's money, there are going to be some inherent conflicts. That's a situation as old as antiquity. Left unchecked, these conflicts might affect the quality of the advice that you receive, and in turn, the financial future you've worked so hard to build. Oh, it's making my heart melt. He cares about the financial future I'm trying to build. He wouldn't care about wrecking that or doing anything that's self-serving. He wouldn't do that. He's a little Gare Bear. He wouldn't do that. Anyway, Gare Bear continues. There are built-in certain concepts embedded in our regulation that protect you, like fiduciary duty, something called duty of care, duty of loyalty, best execution, best interest. Those words have real meaning to us at the Securities and Exchange Commission. Anybody feeling queasy out there? Anybody feeling a little queasy out there? Those words have, he said, real meaning to us at the Securities and Exchange Commission. Well, then why are you attacking investors that you're sworn to protect? Can you answer that? Then he continues. And we expect to have real meaning for investment professionals. Recently, our staff released a bulletin about some of these principles, such as that investment professionals should, when giving advice, examine the reasonably available alternatives, consider the risk and cost that their recommendations might create for you, and importantly, make recommendations with your best interest in mind, not theirs. You goddamn hypocrite. Are you dead serious? You're preaching to us about this right now? Okay, what was it in the best interest of XRP holders for you to protect us, in air quotes, by suing Ripple, claiming that XRP is an unregistered security? Claiming that just XRP, by the nature of it existing, somehow made it a security, just like an orange, apparently, in the Howie case, must be a security by that line of thinking? Does it make sense to do that? Whose interest was in mind when this came down? It sure as hell wasn't the investors. It was not the holders of XRP. And now you're preaching to us about this. Rather repulsive here. Then he says, these obligations protect all of us and build trust in our financial system. If you think an investment professional might not be following these standards, reach out to us and find other resources. And here's the last sentence, and this, if you haven't puked to this point, this one's going to do it. This is going to put you over the edge. So probably a bunch of you out there, I get it, you're feeling queasy, your stomach's feeling unsettled, it probably started making the little gurgle sounds like you know something's about to come up here. Well, this last sentence is going to put you over the edge. He said, everything we do at the SEC is to help protect investors, and we are here to work for you. It grinds my gears, folks. It grinds my gears. Y'all make it out there? Did y'all make it out there? It's hard to believe this is real life. This is what he had the audacity to state publicly on Twitter in video format. Unbelievable, folks. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.